Hello, fellow Geazlers, wherever you are, wherever you are watching, welcome to GSN TV, Geazle STEM Network. It is always a pleasure to be here with you, and also it is always a pleasure knowing that I'm part of Geazle.com. Geazle.com is, to some extent, as you know, it is a platform that focuses on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. As you all know, that STEM fields are very, very important for the well-being of our society, for the well-being of any nation, and also for the sustainability of the future. This is why we are here promoting science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So the Geazle platform is a unique platform that encourages students, those who are not in STEM, to partake and to educate themselves within the STEM fields. As you know, these fields are very, very important. So, and also we are here on YouTube as GSN TV, and also you can find us live on Geazle.com. So please look for GSN TV or Geazle STEM Network TV on YouTube, and also we ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that when we have new informative videos, you can go ahead and watch on demand as you see fit and as you please. We thank you very much once again for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch us on GSN TV. So what we will be talking about today is fat, F-A-T. So the question is what happens to the fat when you lose it? What happens to the fat when you burn it? So if you go to exercise, you go to workout, and you are in the processes of to lose weight, and you want to lose fat and things like that, but you simply need to know as to where the fat goes. That is very important to make informed decision. So therefore, we will be back in a few seconds to let you know exactly as to what happens to the fat when you lose it. Welcome back. So basically, as you know, that we are part of a society where everyone is concerned or obsessed with fat diets and weight loss. Yet few of us know how we burn 1 kilogram of fat, or to some extent 1 pound of fat. And that has been the question that many have a difficult time to answer. So we want to change that today by telling you exactly as to how and what happens to the fat when you lose it. This is why we are here as fellow Geazlers, as fellow STEMers, to inform you, to educate many of you as to what happens to the biological system, as to what happens to fat when you lose it. Okay, so the misconception by many, or many believe that the burned fat is converted to energy. This misconception gravely violates the law of conservation of mass, which all chemical reactions obey. So this misconception is caused by the energy in out mantra surrounding weight loss, according to Ruben Meerman, a physicist and Australian TV science presenter. Okay, So what is basically the law of conservation of mass? The law of the law of conservation of mass is that in a closed system, matter cannot be created or destroyed. It can change from one form to the next, but it is always conserved. It is very, very important to think about the law of conservation of mass. So, and such, in a chemical reaction, the mass of the product equal the mass of the reactant. So, according to this French scientist, he stated atoms of an object cannot be created or destroyed, but can be moved around and be changed into different particles. So therefore, that is basically the conservation of mass, the law of conservation of mass. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed, simply transform from one form to the next. So it is very important to know exactly what is happening when we lose fat. So it is important to know these things. So many people believe that the fat is converted into energy. If that were to happen, why we are still walking? That could be a small nuclear reaction within the system. We could be poof, we could be vanished off the surface of the earth. And such, losing fat is not converted into energy. No, losing fat is not transformed into muscle. So we are about to tell you exactly as to what happens to fat when we lose it. So, and there was a publication published in 2014 in the British Medical Journal that 150 healthcare professionals that included medical doctors, dietitian, personal trainers, and they did ask them this question as to what happens to the fat when you lose it. To their surprise, that 50% of the folks in such survey did not know exactly as to what happened to the fat. So they did not know exactly what happened to the fat. 50% of them. And these people call themselves dietitian. These people call themselves personal trainers and so on. So it is very important, if you are going to train people, you are going to tell them you are going to lose fat, you are going to do X, Y, Z. It is very important to let them know exactly what happens to the fat they are burning. This is exactly why they come to you, and this is why they are paying money, and this is exactly what they want to know. They want to find out what happens to the system, what happens to the fat they are losing, the fat they are burning. So here we are going to tell you that the fat is basically breathed out. So basically, you lose the fat through the respiratory system. So you lose the fat as in carbon dioxide and water. So therefore, the fat leaves the system as in carbon dioxide and water. So you breathe the fat out, and the rest leaves the system as in water through sweat, feces, and spit and things like that. So this is how you lose the fat. So the fat that you are burning, the fat is not converted into energy or muscles. Simply that fat is basically breathed out as in carbon dioxide, and the remaining is water. So if you were to lose 10 kilograms of fat, 84% of such will be breathed out as carbon dioxide, and the remaining 16% will be lost as water. So now you come to know the rest of the story as to what happens to the fat when you lose it. The fat that you lose is not transformed into energy. The fat that you lose is not transformed into any other form of things that you may come to believe as what you have heard others say. But now you come to know that the fat is lost, the fat leaves the system as an carbon dioxide, CO2, and water. So that is all you need to know. And now you know when you lose the fat, when you are in the processes of working out, you want to lose the fat. Now you have a much better understanding as to what happens to the fat that you are burning. But we want to say thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch Geazle STEM Network TV, GSN TV. So we thank you, and I am Milton, your host, and we look forward to see you, and we look forward to be with you some other time. And if you do have any question, do not hesitate to contact us at editor@geazle.com. And also you can reach out through us on geazle.com. You can create your STEM account so that you can be a part of the Geazle network. You can be part of the Geazle platform so that you can share your ideas. You can share your STEM experience with the rest of the fellow STEMers on Geazle.com. Thank you very much. Once again, we look forward to be with you next time. For so long, have a great week.